Hey guys, it's Hannah here, and today I'm here with my September makeup basket introduction and recap. So with everything that went on in the month of September, I got really sick, September was intense. So I didn't film a September makeup basket introduction, and by the time I was going to, it was already October, so I figured I'd just do a recap video for you guys, telling you what I used and what I thought of them. So let's just get started with the stuff. For primer, I was using the Too Faced Primed and Peachy. This is one of my favorite primers at the moment, particularly with the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation that I'm panning. There's not too long left of that if you want to see my full face pro pan update. Yeah, getting very low on this one, which I'm excited about. But I really like this primer with it. So I was using that this month to really work on that foundation for my full face pro pan. And that was the only foundation I had in here. I did, when I got the Lancome Toner Doll, I did use it once or twice when I needed, but it wasn't really in my makeup basket, if you know what I mean. I also obviously had the MK Optical Illusion Blurring Primer. Okay, concealer and corrector. For corrector, I had the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and I actually hit pan. Or jar, whatever it's called. I don't know if you can see that, but I hit jar. This is a really emollient corrector. I definitely do prefer the Benefit Blowing Brightening Concealer. But I know a lot of people do like this, and I'll definitely finish it up. And then the concealer I paired with that was the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. As you can see, I'm getting pretty low on this. I can probably finish this up with like a month's dedicated use, I'd say, but I'm working on some other... I'm playing with my new concealers at the moment, so there's that. For face powders, I had the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder, the Cover FX Translucent Perfect Setting Powder, and the MAC Mirror Skin Finish Natural. I was using a lot of powders this month. So because it officially hit spring in September and the weather warmed up slightly, I don't know about anywhere else, but the first week of October in the Sydney area was colder than half of August. Honestly. I don't know what. Spring is not. But then it's meant to be like 30 degrees this weekend. And I'm like, I don't know what this weather's doing. It confuses me. But brought in the Peach Perfect Setting Powder, which I'm about halfway done with, I'd say, to set my under eyes, because this setting my under eyes is absolutely awful. I hate it. It makes me look old and crepey, and I am not old. I am 22. Nearly 23, but I'm still 22. I don't need old creepy under eyes. So I brought this one in for setting my under eyes and then my T-zone with the Hourglass foundation, and then I set the rest of my face with this one to try and finish it up. There's not too much left in here, so I am, spoiler alert, carrying it over to October to finish it up, to get this out of my collection, because I do not like it. And then, so I was pressing the Cover FX powder all over with my damp beauty blender, and then just letting that kind of set into the skin and almost sort of bake, but not really. And then buffing the MAC Mineralized powder all over to dust off any excess and add a little bit of life back to the skin. A lot of powder, but the foundation makes me really oily, so I needed it. But I really have liked how my skin looked. Alright. Cheeks. So I had my MAC blush palette, which is in a old Makeup Forever tin. In here I have Dusty Rose, Desert Rose, Stay Pretty, Harmony, and then this is a Makeup Forever shadow in... These Makeup Forever shadows stick really well to Makeup Forever pans. I-514, which I use as a highlighter. So I had this in my basket, and I really do like those colours. Harmony is a beautiful contour on me. I wouldn't use it as a blush, but I'm quite fair. So Harmony as a contour is really beautiful. I like mixing Desert Rose and Stay Perfect because Stay Perfect's quite a bright pinky blush. Very springy, but Desert Rose kind of tones it down a little bit. And then I also had my Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Concept when I wanted something a little bit more peachy. So if you watch my makeup baskets quite regularly, I usually have a cool tone blush and a peachy tone blush, and then a cool tone highlighter and a warmer tone highlighter. So this I would actually wear with the Makeup Forever shadow, and then when I was wearing the MAC blushes, I would wear the Laura Mercier Face Illuminator in Devotion. Now this is a really beautiful highlighter, but it is very sparkly. There is sparkle particles in this highlighter. It is not just sheen, there are small sparkle particles. Buffed into the skin, it doesn't pick up. So if you want a non-sparkly highlighter, I would go for the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Highlighter, but this one is beautiful. And then I think it's the formula that's in both of her highlighter palettes this Christmas, is the Face Illuminator formula, which is that kind of sparkly baked gelée formula, which is beautiful. And then bronzer, we all know, Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. I'm still working on this for my Full Face Project pan. Brows have been the same for a little while, but we'll still run through them because we can. The NYX Precision Brow Pencil, which is not the precise brow pencil, it is the straight one. Anastasia Brow Wiz, these are both in taupe. And then, this is not what I had in here. Live. I had in the Essence Make Me Brow in Blondie Brows. This is my new thing, which you'll see in October. Yeah, hinting. But I finished up the Essence Make Me Brows when I got the Benefit Give Me Brow, because it's just not the same. Benefit Give Me Brow is just so much better. Alright, eyeshadows. I was panning my Marc Jacobs Lolita palette. I hit my goals on that palette. You can check the progress in the Full Face Project Pan update, which I'll try and remember to link. We'll see how I go with that. I'm not good with linking things too often. But I hit all my goals on that. So that was the palette I was working on. And then I had carried over my Inglot Freedom System palette. I love this palette. It is very much a, not a spring palette. It is very much a fall autumn palette because of the warm tones in here, but it still worked. It's gorgeous. I love, I didn't really use the mustard shade too much, but I used a lot of this one, which is a matte. These two a lot for deepening. This is quite intense, a dark brown, so I use it more for liner. Didn't really use the two cooler tone ones too much because if I wanted cool tones, I went for the next palette. And I think I used all of the shimmers. This one's my favourite though. I'm pretty sure this is an AMC Shine formula because it's sparkly. These two are my favourites. The 156, which is like a similar shade to Taupe Platinum from Makeup Forever. And then 31, which is the sparkly pinkier tone. I'll just swatch those for you. But they were two of my go-to lid shades because they're so pretty. And then the gold and the pink were my highlight shades. Not this gold because it's almost too light for me. I have to mix it with the pink to brighten the pink up a little bit. But the pink is one of the not rainbow. It was like a limited collection last year. The gold, 1, 3, 2, and 31. I don't know if you're going to be able to see those swatches at all. But they're really pretty. I love the sparkle in number 31, which is why I think it's an AMC Shine. Inglot has stupid naming. Like, at least with the Makeup Forever ones, it has like the form, like what type of shadow it is, like distinguishing at the front. Inglot doesn't do that. It just gives you the numbers, so it's hard to kind of tell. And then the other shadow palette I had was the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Now I didn't use, this is the, from the Vault in the Bling Boss, which is the purple one. So I didn't use all of these shadows. Hush Hush is absolutely incredible. It is the most beautiful cool tone transition shade ever. I also used Rockstar a little bit, and this was really good. Purples are something you really need to build slowly, and that is okay with me. I understand that. A lot of people, if you try and go into this palette and use something like Rockstar full pigment straight away, it's just going to get patchy. And people who do that and expect that, purples just aren't formulated that way. So I'm okay with slowly building. The thing that I struggle with is the fact that I'm already getting hard pan on Ballsy here. It is the most beautiful shade. It is a purple with a gold shift, and it's stunning. I have a Inglot pigment that's this kind of colour because I'd never seen something quite like it. But you can see it's almost, and it's the same with all the three shimmers I used mostly. So Ballsy, Glitz and Glam and Bling Bling, which are my kind of go-to shades. They're almost, I think Ballsy's worse, but it's almost like it's forming hard pan already. When I stick my finger in it, it's fine, but they're just so dimethicone and very creamy to the touch that I can imagine getting hard pan on them quite quickly. But I basically had one of these on my lid, Hush Hush in the crease and Rockstar kind of on the outer corner. I did dip into Mystic a little bit. Again, it's a building shade. I really didn't use, I even used Pizzazz once, but I didn't use Gem and Berry Treasure. So I like this palette. I can see why people are having issues with this palette, but yeah, those metallics are just so pretty. Okay, then we have liners. We had Marc Jacobs Earthquake, NYX Epic Ink. You guys know, I don't know if you know. I don't know if I've talked about this. This is really good. This is a really good drugstore pen style liner with a brush tip, not a felt tip, which is what I like. I've heard people get some bleeding with this. I haven't. I think it really depends on the tube, which is, I think, the downfall. In Australia, it's $22, and the Fenty Fly Liner, which I haven't used yet, but I've heard great things about, compared to the Kat Von D, which who I'm not supporting anymore, but for reference, if you wanted to know. I've heard a lot of people like the Fenty in comparison, and I haven't heard the mixed reviews as I have about the NYX. So for $8 more, I'd probably go for the stability of the Fly Liner from Fenty, because the variations of reviews I've heard about the NYX is a little bit off-putting for the price. But again, I haven't tried the Fenty yet. I have it to try when this one dries out. But, so we'll see. Mascaras. I freaking love this mascara. This is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash. It has the same wand as the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, which is one of my holy grails, and the Too Faced Better Than Sex, which I really don't care for. Thank goodness this is closer to the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. This is beautiful. I really like this formula. So what I've been doing is doing one or maybe two coats of this, and then going through with my holy grail Tarte Lights Camera Lashes to just separate and lengthen that little bit at the end. If I'm doing something quite dark like today. If I'm doing a supernatural day, this is fine. Just two coats of this and I'm good to go. If I'm not doing a full, if I'm not doing anything dark on my eyes, I'm not doing liner or anything, this two coats is perfect. It gives me a lot of length but not as much volume, whereas the Stila Hues gives a lot of volume. Okay. Lips, we have 2 lip liners. The Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Muse and the MAC Lip Pencil in Dervish. So these are very similar. Dervish is a little bit more, I don't want to say Dervish is warmer. It's a little bit lighter. And next to Muse it looks warmer. Muse reminds me very much of a Marc Jacobs Primrose lip colour, which is why I love it. Dervish is much lighter in tone and much more nude, whereas Muse has a lot more colour to it. I love both. I have Muse on today, and both are still in my October makeup basket for reference. Then, along with my Full Face Project Pan lipsticks, which you can check out again in that Full Face Project Pan video, I had the Colourpop Hello Kitty Lipstick in Konnichiwa and the Bite Beauty Carver Matte Creme Lip Crayon. I cannot wear this on its own. It is too cool toned, too grey toned. It is a very beautiful colour, but it's just so, like, swatching it, it looks stunning, but on the lips it makes me look dead. But if I go in with Konnichiwa, which is quite a vibrant, deep pinky colour, which is almost too bright for me, and then I go over with Carver, it neutralizes it a little bit, and that was how I was wearing these ones this month, because I wanted to have something different in my lip collection, and these two I hadn't used in a while. Well, I don't think I'd ever used Carver since I bought it in the States last year, so there we go. So that is it for what was in my makeup basket for the month of September. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be filming my October makeup basket introduction right next, so stay tuned for that. It should be up on Friday. Try and get this up tonight. That's the goal. But do click subscribe to stay tuned for that and more videos. Let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you guys want me to see. I'm finding through the month I'm getting pretty full, but then by the end of it, like next 2 weeks of the month, so 2 weeks left of the month, I don't even know. I don't really have much content ideas for you guys. So my Project Pan stuff and MDs and my makeup basket kind of covers 2 to 3 weeks of content a month. But what else do you guys want to see? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.